Hello, Donna D'Angelo from the Institute of Christ Consciousness. Welcome to installment 10 of the series, The Correcting Time. I started talking about the concept of self-responsibility in our prior installment, and I would like to expand upon this a bit because this is an area I feel many people struggle with in approaching their healing of emotional trauma and physical health. We are children of evolution. We are designed to grow incrementally over time, and we have spirit parents who provide us the environment in which to do this. Our spirit parents are here to help us grow as responsible and healthy and happy human beings who are enjoying their human life experience on this world. We have many cultural impediments and a history of pain and suffering on our planet. But this does not mean that you have to continue to be influenced by them. And this is where self-responsibility plays a part in your own healing. It's as if when you are taking up the helm of self-responsibility, saying that I no longer will allow or need to exist within these cultural contexts that are holding me back. In this time of correction, the tethers to our cultural institutions are losing their grasp upon our minds. They are also having an effect in our emotions by making us feel insecure, and it's also fomenting a tremendous amount of fear from that insecurity. But there is an antidote for this, and that is, it comes from taking responsibility for your well-being. You only get one body and you only get one mind. And to step up and say, I am willing to transform my life and I need help. And when you do this, there is such a tremendous ripple effect from our divine parents and spirit helpers who support you in your healing process to help you outwork those emotional traumas that become locked in to your mind and body, that exist as holding patterns that are very difficult to break out of without superhuman help. And that is exactly what you get. When you step up in self-responsibility, you are saying, I am responsible for my healing. Now, you may not know where your healing will come from, but that's okay, because our spirit parents are here to support you. And just by having a small act of faith and opening the door that says, I do not know where my healing will come from, but I am trusting that I have a mother and father who love me and wish to support me on my process. And this is exactly what happens. You begin to perceive insights and have feelings of empowerment that start to disconnect you from those influences that are still attached to certain cultural beliefs, or perhaps they're tied to memories from the past, your own past, and those of your forebears. These are some of the influences that begin to outwork. And by taking responsibility for your healing, you are indeed on the path to great transformation, not only in your mind, but to help your body repattern itself upon the life force energies that are given to us by our spirit parents. This is a big deal, and this is available to anyone and everyone who opens the door to faith within their hearts, within their thoughts, and says, I am willing to take a chance. I am willing to trust this and see where it takes me. Now, in my own healing journey, I had to take responsibility for my well-being. And there were many influences that I had to look at very, very earnestly and sincerely to see where I was getting in my own way. And I came to understand that I was my own worst enemy and that I had patterns of self-sabotage within me. But when I started to open up and explore what these patterns were, I recognized that they were just tied to erroneous beliefs that were acting as lies within my being. And when I asked for the truth and began to open my perception to what Spirit was trying to convey to me, then I could see something of great value beyond what the lie was trying to hold me in, this locked behavior pattern. And I could forgive it. I could forgive all of those locked patterns of behavior that were operating in me at deep levels. And when I did this, there was a tremendous, tremendous release of emotional pain. And I was filled with comfort and peace. And I began to appreciate that as a process. So when I did this time and time again, when I looked at my behavior with honesty and without the attitude of trying to rationalize or judge my behavior, I was shown where I was misguided and where I had these locked patterns. And little by little, one by one, I was able to overcome them. And I was filled with great peace and comfort and that inner validation of the love in which God created me initially in my divine blueprint. So I know that all of these things are possible, but it's just a matter of really trusting in your own self-responsibility because you are loved deeply and cherished. And our parents want to help you become as self-actualized as a human that you can possibly become. This is all available to us now in the correcting time. We don't need to be limited by the cultural conditioning of our world that tells us we must operate in certain ways to feed a system that does not support the individual's process of self-fulfillment. And this is not to say this is a selfish act, because it really is an act of great unselfishness on your part, because now you're taking responsibility and saying, I do not need to be responsible or beholden to these patterns of war or separation or conflict or greed that hold you back. Because these are some of the what you might call emotional influences and mental influences operating in our planetary collective consciousness, and they are not healthy. They are not God's way, and our planet is trying to outwork this. And by you taking responsibility, you are releasing yourself from this influence in the collective. And this is an act of great unselfishness, because now you recognize that this is no longer true for you. And it also has a reverberating effect in the collective. When you disconnect yourself from this mindset, you are also adding more space for truth and peace to prevail in the collective. And this is a great act of love that you provide to the planet overall system of consciousness to reverberate more with love. Now, we are in a period where there is great polarization in very many of our social institutions. And this is being done for the express reason to bring in more truth light to see where we have been operating in an errorful way in a planetary collective. Each person has a responsibility to the collective. The part impacts the whole, and the whole is only as healthy as all of its parts. So the more you get yourself healthy and spiritually uplifted or upgraded, so to speak, you are sending more love into the whole, and the whole becomes more healthy because of your well-being now operating in that. These are some very big universe concepts to think about. It is not something that our cultural and some of our religious traditions teach us. But this is information that is relevant here and now because we are being connected to the greater bandwidth of our universe that wants us to succeed and thrive as a planet in the ways of peace and compassion, love and prosperity for everyone, not just the select few who have kind of more or less sequestered power and control of the planet for their selfish gains. So in taking self-responsibility, what a wonderful gift you are giving back to our world and to the universe as a whole. You are now stepping up to receive the healing that you deserve, to come into that place of your true purpose and value as a human being so that you can become the best person that is deep within you, wanting to break free from all the limitations that our culture has put upon us. And we at the Institute of Christ Consciousness are here to lend a helping hand to facilitate healing sessions for you if you need that support system to escort you while you're going through your process. We have experience in working through these deep collective patterns that hold you back. We know the path, and we are here to help you on your journey. So please consider reaching out to us if you are in great pain and need. We would be delighted to assist you through this journey, that you can become more than you think you are and achieve the greatness within you. You are a mighty son and daughter of God, and isn't it time for you to step up and receive your divine birthright? It's all waiting for you, and all it is a matter of taking full responsibility for your health and healing, and to allow the help that you need to come around you to support you on this path. Thank you for listening. I hope this information is helpful. I will be back with you again for some more ideas about the correcting time and what is happening in our world. I hope this has been helpful, and I ask that you receive the guidance and the information you need to support you on your journey to Christ consciousness. Thank you again. Bye-bye for now, and God bless you.